Hello everybody, it's Dan, your friendly fishmonger, and I want to do a little challenge here. These are albino bushy-nose Plecos. They're just little babies, and this is a 75-gallon aquarium covered with algae, as is this one, because they're just freshly cycled. And while I cycle my aquariums, I like to let algae grow. Just, you know, help the natural kind of little, natural, it's a glass box, help the ecosystem that we're creating get established. So I just put these guys in a couple hours ago, so I just want to see how long it takes for them to clear all this algae out. They've actually already done a little work on it. It seems a little clearer than it was. So this is tank number 1. Here is tank number 2 again. And we'll check back tomorrow morning and see what they look like. See how quickly these little buggers work. Alright folks, it's the next day, and these guys have put a hurting on the algae. Look at that. Look at that. They've cleaned up quite a lot of it. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, my pretties. Here's tank number 2. Not as big a dent, but I didn't put as many in here either. So, where are you guys? They're back there. There's so much algae on the front glass, it's hard to see through it. But we'll see how they do. Hopefully in another day or two they'll have eaten that down. But yeah, this isn't bad. Look at that. They've put a hurting on that algae for sure. Now, here's another tank. And yesterday I was like, hey, I should do this experiment too. So that's a bunch of algae there. What I did is I put a bunch of these guys in there. If I can find some to focus on. Put a bunch of Scuds in here. So we'll see if the Scuds clear off the algae. They've already cleared off some of it. Not a ton. But these little critters are awesome algae eaters. Just fantastic algae eaters. Let me see if I can really get one in focus for you. There's so much algae. Nah, too much algae to do that. But anyway, so I guess I'm doing 3 tanks. Scuds versus Plecos. Anyway, I'm really impressed with this middle tank. That is so much cleaner than it was yesterday when I put these guys in. So in 24 hours, they've done a pretty good job. Alright, we'll continue. I'll show you tomorrow how we're looking. Alright, folks. It is day 3. Check this guy working hard. Eating that algae. Oh, I think I spooked him. Oh, too bad. That would have been a cool shot. Anyway, check this tank out. There is very little algae left on it. Not bad at all, little guys. Not bad at all. This tank has a lot more algae still. And they are making a dent, but for some reason, they're not eating it nearly as fast as these other guys. And I think it's just because I probably put a lot less of them in here. It's a much smaller population, so that's probably why. And then here's the Scud tank on day 2. They've cleaned off 70% of the algae off the front. You might not look at it because there's a lot of green water in here. This is a green water tank, but you can hopefully tell how much has been scraped off the front of this thing. We're doing a pretty good job. So anyway, the Plecos and the Scuds are doing a pretty good job. And yeah, like that tank, jeez man, it's almost clear, that middle tank. Looking good. Anyway, we'll check back in tomorrow, see how everyone does. Alright, so this little guy is hard at work. Oh, always. As soon as I put up the camera and start talking, they get spooked. So this is the next day. They've put a dent in that tank over there. I bet by tomorrow that will be gone. This tank, done. They cleaned it up. What was that, 3 days, maybe 4? I'll have to count again, but done. Just like that. And then the Scud tank, done as well. I mean, it looks like it's got algae on it, but it doesn't. That's just green water. So the algae on the front surface has all been done away with. So yeah, this whole row, pretty good job. That last tank down there, it took them a little while to get started. There's just less Plecos in there, I think, or they didn't settle in as quickly and were hiding and didn't start eating as quickly or something. But yeah, look at that. All done with critters. I love it. Anyway, if you like this stuff, if you would think about subscribing, liking, hitting notification bells, all that jazz, it's most appreciated. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.